Joined by Hofstra coach John Russo following the Pride's 7-6 loss to Fordham in the home opener. Coach, just start out with your overall thoughts on the game.
I thought we swung the bats decently and, had a good approach. I think it was like 12 hits, 6 walks. They had 18 base runners. Thought the pitching performance overall wasn't bad. I mean, got a decent start from Jesh, and Altieri had a nice 2 innings, and Heidi and Rooney had nice, and Mully just had a rough outing.
Kevin O'Connor had 3 hits today in the 9-hole, replacing Tommy Archer. What's his standing heading into the weekend at Ohio State?
Kevin's been really hot. I think he had, 2 hits on Tuesday, too, and, he's been swinging the bat. And more importantly, than all of how he's hitting, I like that he's very aware of what's going on. He's getting signs right. He's getting principles of stuff that we're trying to do defensively correct. And, he's playing like, an older veteran-type player more than a freshman.
2 shutout innings from Zach Altieri today in his college debut. Are we going to see more of him this season?
He's going to travel this weekend, which is the first time of the weekend. We assumed Zach was going to be a big help once we got to midweek games. We just hadn't gotten there yet. And, forget it, his first 2 at home in a 1-run ball game and pitch as well as he did is great. I mean, we had confidence in Zach. He was just right outside. He was the next guy up, and super happy that he did well today.
Coach, team has really been producing runs when coming up big and with runners in scoring position. Today, pressed a little bit, 3 for 15 with runners in scoring position. What did you see at the plate that might have caused that?
Right now it might be, I think, 4 out of our last 5 games it's been a problem. That was the whole struggle at Longwood, and, I think they're trying to do a little too much. I mean, swinging for the home run instead of making a big swing. I think, Silas gets the big knock there with the homer, but it was opposite field. I think that's the way you got to go about it. You're going to get fastballs away. You got to be patient on breaking balls, and really feel the team's just pressing a little bit. It's going to be a struggle this coming weekend with Ohio State. 3.5 ERA and the numbers that they have as a group, so it's not going to get any easier here in the next few games.
Can you just talk about the resurgence of Adam Heinefelder? Third straight outing where he's been really good.
Heidi did that himself. I know him and Coach Habey have been working on stuff, but Heidi just, I think, mentally broke through, and he's been searching for it for about 1.5 years now, and it wasn't any makeover on mechanics or anything to that nature. I just think it was a mental block that Heidi got through. I know this. He's a great teammate. He's a great kid. Super happy for him to have the performances he's been having, and more importantly than anything, he's been really good. And he's throwing the ball real well, challenging people, and having a lot of belief in his stuff, and we have a lot of belief in him.
Sills tripped up in the box, running down the first baseline. He was grimacing, and trainers had to come out. How's he doing now?
A little worried about it. He felt like he popped his kneecap, and it felt like it popped back into place, and I don't think that's a good thing, but he kept messing with it. Steph, our trainer, checked him out and got it clear. We got to check it out in the morning, see if it swells up. We leave at 7 in the morning for our flight to Ohio State, and we'll check up on him. But he's a valuable outfielder for us, obviously, and he's also been good on the pitching, so we may need to make him hopefully he's healthy.
Great. Good. Coach, thank you.
Thank you.